pleasure to speak with you today about the story of my life. As you all know, my name is Mr. Patrick, and I have sickle cell. I am a sickle cell patient and also a survivor of sickle cell anemia. Here is my story. I was wrongly diagnosed around 1991 by several hospitals, and including two teaching hospitals in Nigeria, to be an AS, which means a carrier of sickle cell. I only carry out one of the genes that causes sickle cell, but I don't have the condition. Sickle cell anemia is an inherited form of anemia, as you all know, whereby there aren't enough red blood cells to carry out adequate oxygen throughout the body. For a long time, I didn't know about my sickle cell condition. Despite my sickly nature in secondary school, then around September 1994, when I got admission into Sickle Seminary, I had to relocate home from the boarding school so as to get treatment for the series of sickness I had. Since it was wrongly diagnosed, I was actually getting the wrong treatment from the sickness I had. However, on a rather sad past, in 1996, thereabout, October, I lost a brother, Samuel Eneche, to sickle cell disease, who also was wrongly diagnosed to be a male carrier of the sickle cell gene. That unfortunate occurrence was a wake-up call for me and my family. I mean, how can a male carrier die of sickle cell condition? Well, after the death of my brother, it took a timely intervention from God to save me. I was fortunate to have a maternal uncle who took me to Professor Charles MBPsS Research Institute in Abuja to confirm the status of the whole family. And that was when everyone found out that I had sickle cell disease. This condition really gave me so much pain in my childhood. In fact, I nearly gave up on my academic pursuit. I thought it was over. Then again, my strong faith kept me going. I knew giving up was not an option. Fortunately, I got admission after several years, about 5 years thereabout, to University of Kogi State University for my bachelor degrees in 2005. I started my education at the university, but after spending a few semesters at the university, unfortunately, my time at the university came to a premature end. I had a crisis and I was rushed to Lokoja Federal Medical Center. That moment was the end of my career pursuit at the university. I was admitted to the hospital and I was bedridden for about 2 years. I survived the crisis, but sadly, both of my knees were lost. I lost both knees as a result of a surgery which was not properly managed. My knees was in flex position for about 2 years until a relative and a husband came around. They came around with a book titled Sickle Cell, How to Cope. This book was written by late Dr. Hilda Ogbe, who was a Norwegian British that got married to a Nigerian in the early 60s. Let me throw a little light on Dr. Ogbe. Dr. Ogbe had a nephew. Came to Nigeria in the early 60s and saw one of the husband's nephew rolling in pain. Then she swung into action to do research what was actually the cause of this pain and discover that it was sickle cell crisis pain. So she had to see how she can manage and mix up some herbs and medication to relieve the pain. So Dr. Hilda Ogbe's outstanding book introduced me to one of the most orthopedic surgeons after visiting Dr. Hilda, orthopedic surgeon in Benin, Edo State, and also one of the best physiotherapists in the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, UBTH. I had treatment between 6 months to 1 year thereabout with these two excellent doctors. I was so glad and thankful as they helped me move around with crutches. Fortunately, I was able to leave the shores of Nigeria to further my studies overseas. After a few years overseas, around late 2010 to 11, I met my loving wife, who is a Filipino national. who was working in a clinic in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. She played an integral role in my rehabilitation, and she happens to be the brain behind my success and as well as my medical stability and well-being. After we met, she was the one that introduced me to the doctor who owns the clinic she was working with, and the doctor later introduced me to one of the professionals, to other medical professionals. Then I thought the predicament was over, not until I lost another sibling, Victor Eneche, who was very close to me, to this terrible disease in 2016. Be it that is as it may, despite the ordeals, I am now successfully and happily married with children. I have decided to say enough is enough to sickle cell disease. I am thinking of ways to end this disease once and for all. Do you know that over 3.7 million people are estimated to have died from sickle cell disease? Do you know also that in the world population we have over 250 million people who are AS, which is carriers of sickle cell disease? In Nigeria, we alone we have 40 million carriers of sickle cell gene. And it is also believed that around, based on studies done in 2014, that about 3% of Nigerian populations live with sickle cell disorder. 1.8 million people are currently living and battling with these conditions. It's high time we found a solution to this disaster. We need to sanitize the populace to foster further control. I have partnered with a lot of NGOs, such as Total Child Care Initiative, to see how we can decrease this disorder and improve healthy living. You too can join in these wonderful memories. I hope this video has been able to sanitize you about the dangers of sickle cell anemia and why we all need to take prompt action. It's been a wonderful time sharing my little life story with you all. And I hope this video has been beneficial to you. Do not hesitate to share this video with your families, friends, and everyone around your social media, as every little act matters. Once again, I want to emphasize that sickle cell anemia is real. Carriers are many in the world. Whenever you want to get married, try your possible best to know your genotype. Thank you for your time, and see you next time. Cheers to a world-free sickle cell anemia.